God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Hoping my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday, which I'm just gonna go ahead and state the obvious. Music Monday, I'm gonna do my very, very best to go live Music Monday, but I will have to go a little bit later. Instead of 7, I'm going to aim for 8 o'clock. If I can make it in time to do it for 7, I will. But 8 o'clock is that one because I got prior arrangements and it's going to be a busy, busy day. And it would just be very stressful to get it on that, hit that time mark. But I'll get it done regardless, man. So pretty much, y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it's free to sign up. Where, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, which not kind of happy with what I'm kind of seeing going down. I mean, NBA-wise, things are still kind of, we're seeing where things are slowly making moves at. But I'm talking NFL-wise. I don't like how they did Sanders, man. But, you know, this isn't a sports channel yet. But I just do have some thoughts on that, and I'll leave it just right there. I did see where he actually did get picked up. That is a positive thing on that one. But tonight's topic, man. Let's just get the party started. Also, I've been doing my very best to get caught up in the comment section on all of my videos. I think for the most part, I've hit majority, not all. There's still some ones and twosies out there I got to get to. But I plan on getting that caught up. And I'm going to try to start responding the minute I see the messages or right within that hour or so. I'm going to challenge myself. That way I don't let myself get too far behind, you dig? But yeah, tonight's topic, man, and I'm gonna touch the chat in a second because I see you guys and y'all are being very active in there tonight, and I really appreciate it. It really means a lot for the live. Tonight's topic, man, we're talking Trump tariffs again, right? Okay, and then pretty much what's the playbook and trade war of this whole situation? Adidas opens up a new flagship store in Vegas, so we'll see how that goes. So pretty much, I got about 3 stories, and y'all know why I'm coughing right now. But I got about 3 stories that I'm gonna cover tonight, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases and wrap this thing up for the night. I'll be on this joint for like an hour. So we're gonna talk inside the Skechers Tariff Playbook, what's going on to stay away from the absolute. So we'll talk about that. I mean, normally we don't really talk about that type of stuff, but we will go from there. And then Adidas opened up a new flagship store in Vegas, which is where the homie Dunks is. Salutes to Dunks. Gonna cover that. And then just how resilient customers is to the new copying in the Donald Trump trade war. So I'll probably start there, go into the Skechers story, close out with Adidas, and then we will wrap it up with the upcoming sneaker releases, if that's all right with you all, man. So y'all smash that like button if y'all come in and out. It really means a lot to the channel as well. Let me touch the chat, see what we got in the building, and then we'll get the party started. Looks like we have Long Beach Joe Jet says, salutes and respect to Polo in the chat. What up, Long Beach? What up? Y'all let me know if audio and visuals okay. Fun fact, if when y'all see me in the beginning when I'm looking around, I'm checking my visuals, I'm checking everything that I know of that's supposed to be looking right, but you guys can help too, so I appreciate it as well. Where we at? See, Long Beach Joe Jet says, let's get it. Yes, sir. He says, how are you doing, Polo? Are you good? I'm always good like grandma cookies, man. You know what I'm saying? Even when I go through the tough times or the rough weeks or the struggles or whatever, I'm thankful for those days too, because as long as I learn something from that situation, and then it'll make the future days even better. So yeah, I'm good, bro. How you? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for pulling up, as always. Manny says, what's Gucci sold out family? What up, Manny's? Looks like we got Divine photos in the building. What up, Divine? Says, what up, Polo? What's good, chat? What up, Divine? What's Gucci? Long Beach says, bruh, the slide of Sanders was insane. Yo, that we talked about, obviously y'all probably could tell the kid did go to the chop shop today. That's ironically, right when we saw where he ended up or who picked him, I was just walking. Only reason I had missed the notification, low key, I was getting out the car in my barbershop. I told him, and then I saw Divine posted in the sports section on in the Discord, and I was like, oh bullshit, my bad. But yeah, I was like, oh BS. And then so my barber, I walked in, he's like, you know what happened? And then we went into it and we said our thoughts on it, man. I'm not gonna get too in depth in it, but this is my thing. He gonna go over there and show out. You know he is, but they're already trying to put him in a, where he got a lot of work to do. I'll put it nicely. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be easy. Wherever he went, it wasn't going to be easy. But I mean, clearly, he got a task upon his hand. But, he showed gratitude. I even saw somewhere online where his homies was pranking him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did like a prank call to him and all that BS. That was not cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Man of the Kick says, Joe Jets and Divine, salute. Long Beach says, salutes to Manny and Divine. Man of the Kick says, prime son going to be Gucci and the Browns watch. That's what I'm saying, too. We've seen this time and time again that the people that should have been, within the top 5 pick, they go over there. And now, at this point, in his mindset, it's probably good. I guarantee you, that didn't do nothing but motivate him. I guarantee you. Look at homies. Look at the people that got picked before him. This is my thing. I'm going to leave it right here after this. And this is what I was just trying to say in the Discord, right? Look at Prime Son. Look at Sanders. Look at his highlight reel, right? Compared to all the people that got picked before him. Come on, dog. That's easily a top 5 pick. But that just show you how the NFL work. And I'm going to leave it right there, in my opinion. And I keep saying that and keep stretching it. But yeah. Let's see. Long Beach says audio and visuals is perfect. Appreciate that, Long Beach. Says I'm great. That's good to hear, homie. He says that wasn't his homies. That was pranked him. That was some haters from Ole Miss that did it. They filmed the prank and called and put it out. Oh wow. Even worse. That's some BS, dog. Some haters. That's exactly what we called them, right? Some haters. It was yeah. That wasn't his homies that pranked him. Wow. That was some haters. Exactly. Perfect, yo. a hater, man. That was some bullshit, man. You know that's not the time to play around, man. You know what I'm saying? I felt the hell. We all wanted him. I feel like we all wanted to see him nothing but great things. He gonna go over there and show out, like Manny said though. I'm confident. I'm confident. I'll put it this way. Not only am I confident, I won't be surprised. He gonna be that. Y'all really just setting him up for success, really, because he gonna go over there and work his you know what off. And he's young, fresh out the gate. What's the best thing? And I hate to talk about football, but what's the best thing about getting a actual super good quarterback fresh out the gate? They're more mobile. I mean, he gonna get woken up with a few hits. Like, they're gonna take him, but if the line take care of him and let him be mobile, hell, he gonna handle business. You know what I'm saying? He's a leader. And I believe in him. You know what I mean? And leave it right there. Let's see. Long Beach says, there's no way that's Slow, Melrose, or the other quarterback. Oh, yeah, exactly. Quarterbacks after Jackson Dart were better than him. Exactly. We all said that. They were all saying that in the barbershop, dog. It's like, yo, the people that was before him, he's like maybe at best, maybe one other person, but he ain't no way he shouldn't have followed up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to leave it right there, man. But again, that just show you how the NFL is, dog. You know what I'm saying? We still going to watch, but you got to move carefully over there. They did Hurts kind of shady, too, whenever it was his time to go. You know what I mean? In my opinion. You know what I mean? And I leave it right there. That's why low-key, I'm surprised, but part of me's not surprised, too. But let's just go and dive into tonight's live, man. I'm going to be on this joint only for an hour. We're going to start with the new resilient customers for Donald Trump's trade war, and then we're going to go to the Skechers playbook for Donald Trump, and then we'll open up about Adidas, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases and wrap things up here for the night, like I was saying. So y'all smash that like button. Really goes a long way, dog. Really means a lot. Let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds. Also, we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases, but what we had today, right, before I even get even further, we had the bread lows. If you cop, let me know, or did you skip? Me personally, I decided to skip, even though I think technically Jordan did play in them. I'm good with the highs, man. If anything, I'll go get a fresh pair of highs, but to be honest, I'd rather just have that high cut, bread 11, if we can get that in, because I don't think, even the 2019 cut, I don't think it's a high patent leather cut to the best of my knowledge, right? Because my pair is from 25th? No, mine's from 2012. Mine's from 2012, but they holding up though. They holding up. So let me know if you guys cop that. I did see we did catch a couple W's in the Discord. Appreciate y'all for showing out for that one for sure. And whoever else caught the W's, man. But let me share my screen here and get the party started. Let's see real quick. Boom. Right here, all up in your grill, man. First story we're going to be talking about tonight. The resilient customers is now copying in the Donald Trump's trade war. Says the world is changing so quickly today that the fashion industry might need some new buzzwords, right? Okay. It says President Donald Trump trade war might just be shocking enough that fashion chief executive officers are going to need some new buzzwords. Cautiously optimistic just might not work anymore. Let's see. CEOs have been using that one for decades, but all the tampered optimism more often than not flowed from what has been repeatedly referred to as the resilient customer. Because with these tariffs and stuff going into play, man, we're going to see how people are going to, I'll put it this way, when prices go up, people are going to shop differently no matter how you slice and dice it. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely, like me, I'm definitely making sure I get my needs out. And I've always done that, but I'm making sure cover your needs. Some shit gonna have to wait till next week. Or I'll look at some stuff, I'm like, all right, cool. You can go another week or two without this. And that's just how I feel like a lot of people may get in that mode versus I'll just have extra, then that's fine. You know what I mean? Now, some people will probably get, try to panic buy already, but I feel like that's kind of already came and went. You know what I'm saying? Now we about to see what's really offering after we get, but keep in mind too, a lot of stuff is a 90-day extension as well. So we may not be feeling it so quickly, but keep in mind, except for China. China refused to get down. And this article's from April 24th. So this is my thing, a couple days ago. So not too much. So we're going to see how this all really unfolds. And I just want people to, I want to stress this, right? And I don't care who you voted for. But I do want to say, if you're legal enough and if you're legal and old enough, right, to vote, just go out. I don't give a f who you. Just vote, bro. And this is my thing too. Don't just vote on the main like elections. When you have the local state elections, it's important to vote there as well. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. And I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just saying this is why you do that type of stuff. So we can kind of have somewhat how our country is gonna be rolling, man. You know what I mean? Us as a people all need to work together. It says the resilient customers has become an article of faith in retail. Americans especially are going to spend as if it's almost their reason for being, completing the circle in the customer heavy culture. Basically what I just said, right? Like now people are going to really watch what they buy. You know, we're going to be like, I've been doing that honestly with budgeting since forever. Like I always write down, and to be honest, part of the reason I do it, it is for budgeting, but also so I don't forget. I mean, like some of that stuff, I'm like, I go there, I'm like, I meant to pick this up, this and the third. Actually, this just happened because I just had to buy all new house products, all that, this and the third. And so, like, I made a list, but then I saw other stuff. I'm like, oh, you don't have this. But see, I've been doing it for so long, too. Even if I do forget to put someone on the list, I still hit those aisles anyway. But now people may not want to make that extra round, that aisle, this and the third. Ironically, off mode, but on mode, I hate when I go into Wally World because I wear a certain shirt for work. And ironically, just happened that the days that I go, that shirt is like Walmart color blue. Like, it's happened to me 2 times in a row now, right? Since I've been back to Wally World. Somebody like, hey, sir, can you point me to so-and-so, so-and-so? Now, the first time it happened, I was like, I don't work here. And then when I look at myself, I'm like, oh, I think I get it. And then I told her, I was like, oh, it's over here. And like, I helped her. I was like, it's over here, but I don't work. And she's, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, to be fair, when I got back and looked at myself, I was like, I can see how she made that mistake. And she wasn't mean about it. And then so just the other day, I went to Wally World, right? Homie was like, hey, yo. He's like, hey, yeah. Like, you know, I was walking past. Actually, I had stuff, and that doesn't help. Like, I did use a buggy, but I guess, like, the way I was carrying the stuff, it looked like I was stocking it back. But I had the blue shirt on again like a dum-dum. And homie was like, yo, hey, what are toothbrushes and toothpastes, sir? And there wasn't nobody in that was in it but me. I was like, actually, I said, it's on the other side of this aisle here, but I really don't work here. He's like, oh my. He said the same thing. And I was like, I know. And we laughed. I said, actually, I made the mistake of wearing this shirt in here like about 2 weeks ago, and the same thing happened. And we just laughed about it. I was like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. Sometimes you got to look at yourself too. This is my thing. You need, before judging somebody else and talking this and the third, you need to check yourself as well. You know what I'm saying? And that was me, like, ultimately, and I did both times. The first time really was, actually both times was by mistake. And first time I said, I'm not, and like when that happened, I was like, yo, I'm not wearing this shirt in here again. But ironically, I decided to wear this shirt again when I went in there. And I was like, yo, I only be thinking of it. And I guess the way I be moving, I mean, to be honest, and it don't, hey, look, dog, I had on a blue shirt and khaki pants. I screamed Walmart all over me. You know what I'm saying? And like my lanyard, like, I think I had tucked it in, but you could still, it looked like I still had like that. I mean, it definitely looked like I worked there. I can't be even, you know how you look at some stuff happened and you look in the mirror, you be like, you can't even get mad. You be like, you know what? Shit, it do look like I work here. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, well, I mean, hell, I'm not judging nobody's job. I'm not beneath nobody's job or anything like that. And each time, ironically, I helped the people. It was weird. You know, I wasn't even mad. Long Beach Jess is cracking up. Let me hit this article real quick. It says, and Trump trade war launched into an economy that was already showing signs of strain. Might just have found a limit hard enough to break the faith in the consumer and necessitate a new buzzword. Long Beach says that's Walmart attire. It is. I know better, right? But at the same, I just be like, you think about, my thing is this, dog. I be like sticking to the schedule, right? And like this week, I've had a busy day, and each time I've had to go to Walmart, since I had no choice. Like I love to go like on my time off, but I had to, fit it into my schedule because, my days kind of run together sometimes. So yeah, I didn't even realize I had on a damn shirt until somebody else said something to me. And then I looked up, how you like, how when they say like, can you show me this? I look down like, oh shit. Like the first time I was like, what the fuck? But the second time I looked down, I was like, oh my God, I wore this shirt in here again. That's what I did. You know what I mean? I wasn't even tripping. It says, I'm not sure I would call the customer fully resilient more, said Katie Thomas, who led the Carnegie Customer Institute and puts together its Consumer Stress Index. It says, instead, she suggested something new. It says, the copying customer. It's something of the rhetorical step down from resilient, right? Suggesting more a consumer who is standing their ground, right? It says, but is struggling to do so. Yeah, so pretty much what I think they're trying to get at this new copying customer is going to be like, they're going to be very selective with their buying now. You know what I mean? And we all are, I'll put it for myself, I think a lot of us are all feeling the increases of this stuff, man. It's never really a good thing, especially if the pay's not moving like that. It says where we are. It says suggesting more customers without saying to do so. It says customers are being careful with their money. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. We all are. Ironically, and I'll tie this in the sneakers for you guys real quick because I've been reading my comments. Right. One person, I realized people used to be like, he skips everything, and I still get those in there, and it don't bother me. But now a lot of people are starting to be just as selective as I've been over the years. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that because I'm not going to get up here and say because I've been selective, now that somebody else is starting to do it, I should hate on them. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're doing that. You know what I mean? And that's just what comes down to the game. It says customers are being careful with their money and aware that they might have to start cutting back. I mean, yeah, people starting, hell, I already started it. You know what I'm saying? I limited a lot of things, and I kind of had to. You know what I mean? Or I buy less of, or I try to make it count. You know what I'm saying? Every purchase, that's my mindset, like make your money count. You know what I'm saying? Long Beach says the financial impact has people being very selective. It is when it comes to sneakers, when it comes to, I'll tell you, and this is my thing too. We'll tie it to the resale world real quick because this is a sneaker channel after all, right? This is my thing, right? If people are going to be selective for releases we get now, right, for retail, what do you think's going to happen on the resale market? Question mark. You know what I mean? For those people, and I think somebody is kind of having their feelings about me right now because ironically, I skipped a pair of Action Bronsons, right? And homie was like calling me crazy, this, that, and the third. I'm like, well, I mean, at the end of the day, I got plenty of shoes. I don't really need the shoe, for one. Two, it's like, okay, also, they hadn't shipped me at the time, they hadn't shipped me that pair yet. You know what I mean? The pair I'd already purchased. So I needed to fill it out. You know what I'm saying? I had my reasoning for skipping it, but I'm going to put it this way. If indeed you ever have to skip a shoe, that doesn't mean you're a bad guy or anything like that. Just hell, you either, you skip it for your own reasons, whether it's a financial situation or you just didn't like the damn shoe. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit up here and call somebody crazy because they didn't buy a shoe, And I'll leave it right there. And I ain't trying to be mad or mean about it, but that's just come with the game. I'll be the first one to tell you because I've told family members, they ask me, do you buy every last one of them? I honestly don't even think. If I did, I wouldn't even be able to eat. You know what I'm saying? I got to eat and bills and pay too. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about being in the sneakers, it's already was expensive for me. I'm speaking for myself. It was already expensive for me, period. You know what I mean? Let me get back to this article real quick. It says, one of the many stated goals of Trump's trade war is bringing manufacturing back to the U.S., but most experts see supply chains that are hard to move and labor mismatches that would put companies that rely on imports out of business and ultimately raise prices for customers or consumers. This is my thing too. It's going to be a whole different ball. And we do have where say New Balance already kind of do it to a certain extent. But if Nike and them was to do a lot of that stuff over here, price is going to go up on a shoe. They got to pay people. And let's just keep it 100. The factories, you see how well and loyal, right? And I'm not talking about nobody in particular, and this is all the legend and opinionated base. But this is my thing, right? If the people where the shoes get shipped to, like, I think there's like a Nike spot in Memphis or what have you, in Oregon, right? Think about this, right? How many times have we seen videos of the people breaking off the locks of the trucks of the, like, at the warehouses and stealing stealing as many shoes as they can? Question mark. Then you got to think also this too, like, you got the one in Oregon where obviously some shady happened over there too. You know what I mean? Where we seen people not only breaking into like cargo trains and stuff like that too in Cali. Think about that situation, right? So look, if we bring an actual factory where the shit is made, it already happens now, right? And I think y'all know where I'm going with this. A few extra pairs always get made, whether it's an unofficial or either it's a UA, meaning unauthorized, or it's an actual legit product, right? But now if you get it started making, which ain't gonna be quick, by the way, but if you get the actual factories over here that actually makes the shoe, how many pairs, right? And it's rhetorical. How many pairs do you think those employees who are making a shoe are gonna make sure they make enough for, not all, but somebody will make enough, for that they can get paid as well, or take care of their family as well with it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they say like take a couple pairs for your family. But then if they got that exclusive joint where they're making it, where like say like it's a Travis Scott joint, you know what I'm saying? Those are already hard to cop in general. Just imagine you bring it to the U.S. Another thing that you think about this too, if you want all the products made in the U.S., what's the difference over here and between over there, right? We have labor laws. You have to have insurance over here for the people. You know what I'm saying? You got to have insurance for the job. You know what I'm saying? So it costs more to have people over here working more. That's why a lot of the factories left, like, over the years. They took and started getting all the stuff done over there because it was cheaper, And I'm not supporting that or saying that was right, but I was a indirect victim of this because I know my family's, their jobs have went overseas too. You know what I mean? And we was all right and we was cool, but it definitely made a big difference over there when we had a lot of people. It was a lot going on, and now you can see that now they don't really have that building there anymore. It just don't hit the same in my area where I grew up from. But back then, it was what it was, So I say all that to say, if you're gonna bring all that stuff to the USA, it's gonna be if we get delays now, imagine we're gonna get some delays on some other stuff too, because people in US, and let's just be real, not all, but majority of them, we're all digitalized. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to work physically that hard like that around the clock. You know what I'm saying? And you can't. And then if you do have 3 shifts, think about it. To my opinion, and especially if they have to have a certain amount of number made too, yeah, there's gonna be some issues. And that's just from the outside looking in on this. You know what I'm saying? Let me get back to the article real quick. Let's see. It says one of the many stated goals of Trump's trade war is to bring the manufacturing back to the U.S., but most experts see supply chains that are hard to move and labor mismatches. We read that already. Let me scroll down real quick. It says Thomas has a nuisance view of the shopping site today. Is not quite as dire as the mainstream readings of customer confidence, including the University of Michigan surveys of customers, which is down 30% since December, which last month decline described by the university as a persuasive and unanimous across age, income, geographic region, and political affiliation. So they're saying it all kind of changed here. Looks like we got No Hype in the building with a salute. What up, No Hype? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, dog. I'm says a more targeted more targeted dive into the consumer mindset reveals something as little as different, according to Thomas. It's no secret that most consumers are feeling a general level of stress and uncertainty across the economy. Just more uncertainty that anything, just not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing how it will impact them directly. She said, if you ask them more personalized questions about their own individual situations, they not actually feeling quite as stressed out. So, I mean, yeah, a lot of people, it's the fear of the unknown too. Because again, we just been hearing about what might happen. We haven't seen what actually is going to happen. Some stuff we've already seen go up, but what the prices they will go up to next will be very interesting. Let's see. No Hype says, I hit the like before you ask always. Appreciate that, homie. Appreciate that. That really means a lot to the kid, dog. It says, at least so far, it says, consumers aren't directly seeing the threat of their job or changes in stores. It says, research shows that consumers are feeling about the same of a agenda as they did a year ago. So this is my thing. They're saying that, until thing is, people are thinking about it, but at the same time, until we actually see it take a hit or see stuff go up, we're probably going to be chill until we see something major happen. But like I said, it is like the it is that fear of the unknown. No Hype says 100. Appreciate that. It says, the pressure is just coming from the different places. We're seeing it's kind of shift around from cost of living into trade and geopolitical concerns, she said, but we also continue to see that they're not feeling it on a personal bias yet. So basically, they're not feeling it on a personal basis is the word I should have said, right? They're not feeling it on that just yet, but that doesn't mean that we will, us as the customers or the consumers or what have you, right? It says, the unemployment rate is still low at 4.2%, and payrolls expand by 2,228,000 or 2,228,000, thousand in March, just before the trade war started in the earnest. Over the past 5 years, the consumer price index has shown a 23.8% increase in the prices across the economy. Average and weekly wages, meanwhile, have still risen just a bit faster, gaining 25.6% to 1,231. This has helped consumers hold their own. So that's what people want to do. And that's the thing. We want to be independent, man. We don't want to have to reach out and help. We're going to help each other, but that's the point. I'll put it this way. Isn't the point of working is to make sure you can provide and take care of yourself and your family and what have you? Insert the blank. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we all been accustomed to. You want to get it to it where you're working all these extra hours. Because I don't know about you guys. Since we got the new administration in office, I've been working actually a lot more. You know what I'm saying? It just come with the game, and I'm not tripping. Or to be honest, it probably feels like how it was before we shut down, and maybe that's just me still adapting and adjusting. It says, all of which leaves the consumer and the fashion world in kind of a limbo, waiting for the next shoe to drop. Trump's trade policies have already forced changes that will be felt in consumers soon. Felt by consumers soon. Says, in the chase of Shein and Temu shoppers very soon. So they're gonna mess with those people too. Now, I've heard of Temu and Shein, and I think that's where you basically get a, how should I put this? You pretty much, from what I say, you can get whatever you want, but the quality is never gonna be like A1 steak sauce, like how the original is supposed to come, to the best of my knowledge. It says, fast fashion e-commerce giants both said that they would start the raise prices next week now that the duty-free loophole for goods valued at under $800 is closing. That will hit the younger shopper keen to snatch up some inexpensive fashion quickly. Trump's 145% tariffs on goods from China will take longer to work its way through the system, but it will be felt much more widely since the country accounts for a third of all U.S. apparel imports. Says, that's a point that Doug McMillon, chief executive officer of Walmart, ironically, right? Wasn't I just talking about Raleigh World? I mean, I like Raleigh World, man. And it says Brian Cornell, CEO of Target, which I'm not a Target guy, man. And I got nothing against neither store, but my priority go to Wally World. But anyway, it says, no doubt made when they and other retail executives met with Trump in the Oval Office this week. Both Walmart and Target import goods from China using the country's manufacturing expertise and low cost to apparel to U.S. value shoppers. Because think about it, a lot of their stuff is coming from over there too, so that could make the prices of Walmart and stuff like that go up. But that was the point of I was trying to make too. Like, why I prefer Walmart over Target, because the prices usually are slightly different. Now, some people say they like Target better, but Target does cost a little bit more in my opinion. Now I will say this, they're gonna say, well, their products are better. They do have better like little looking stuff. Now I used to be a Target person for a little bit, but I went right back to Wally World too. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just used to the Wally World because that's what I grew up on. Mentor Kick says both for me, Polo. So yeah, exactly. So you probably do both. Some people, I know some people that do both, and I will to a certain extent. I'll keep it 100. It says there were signs on Tuesday that Trump was wavering and could cut those tariffs, but even at a third of the current levels, the levies would have a major impact. No one really knows what will outcome from the trade war, and it's a problem. It says if you look at the human psychology component of this, it's unknown. And I told you guys that's what it is right now. To be honest, I think we're in that level, and majority of us are in the fear of the unknown. We don't know what to anticipate or what to expect. You know what I mean? And that can be scary at times, right? If we're gonna keep it real. It says where we at? It said the I think that's Marcy said that, and it says cultural insights and customer strategy leader Ernest and Young over the last 5 years that goes pretty well ingrained into our heads. What's going to come next? Exactly. It's just a natural thing for us humans, man. When the next shoe's going to fall, if we could look at the overall psychology of people and the fear and the concern, the preparation of the unknown, that has become habit. Yeah, that's just what we grew up on. You know what I'm saying? It says the quantitative research shows that people are having more hesitant to make shopping decisions. It says that happened before the economy took a shift. She said the habits have already been there, and that is just impacting the way that we're thinking about it. It says the challenge, well, one of many challenges of the retailers and brands is to learn how to rely less on historical data, what sales were last week or last year, and focus on its consumers while planning for the future, because things continue to change and we can't get that point of consistency and importance of really talking with the customers or really understanding where their mindset are. Much more broadly beyond just shopping in the store is critical, she said. So she's speaking from, sounding good, if I'm going to keep it real. So how are the changes of other behaviors? How are the changes of other things? Are they going to eat less? Are they going to get their nails done less? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's the thing where you probably most likely, if we're going to keep it real, some of your maintenance stuff, you know what I mean, may have to think about it. You're gonna have to get your necessities first. So usually your pampering or your other stuff that you like that you don't really need but you want, you may have to do it slightly less. Point blank period. Says those are the weak signals for consumers who are not so much resistant anymore but are now just coping. It says if the fashion industry is going to work back with a ladder itself from the coping to resilience. And I was saying coping, but that's actually coping. I get it now, right? Totally been reading that wrong the whole entire life. My bad. It says maybe even robust, it's going to have to do it all. It's going to have to listen to both weak and strong signals from the consumer, figure out their supply chain, bolster their balance sheets, and be ready to react and more quickly. The resilient customer might be more on the way, but a corporate structure built on agility is still in its prime. So pretty much that covers that article for this. And we'll talk a little bit about this one right here. We'll cover Adidas flagship store towards the end of the live, and we'll wrap things up here for like the last 15 minutes. So it says inside Skechers Tariff Playbook, which this is the home of Mr. Snoop Dogg. I ain't gonna cover this too much because I know we all like sneakers and we all like Nike and Jordan. But I mean, to be honest, if these guys are gonna get hit, and like I'd be on 100, I never seen a full like sneaker like Skechers store. I'm not saying it don't exist, but I usually like walk. I guess I'd be so out of sight, out of mind on Skechers. No hate, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. No Hype says Manny salute. Manny gave 85 to salute back. So let's run through this article real quick. It says In its first quarter earnings call, Skechers CFO told analysts that the company is presented with a similar level of uncertainty that the absorbing during the initial phase of the pandemic. I'm going to leave it right there because I don't like to really toss that C word around because y'all know how YouTube can get. But yeah, so as Skechers executives are looking back at their COVID playbook 4, which I just said the word out there already. But anyway, for some answers on how to navigate the tariffs turmoil taking over in the industry, says in the first quarter earnings call on Thursday, Skechers Chief Financial Officer John Vendenmore told analysts that the company, which reported robust demand in the first quarter and record sales, is presented with a similar level of uncertainty to the absorbed during the initial phase of the pandemic. As such, the executive noted that Skechers leaders are pulling the same levers it has used in the past: cost sharing with the supplies, factories, and sources optimizations, and include moving production away from high cost locations like China and select prices increases. You know what I'm saying? And I don't take no shots at China when I say that. I find it weird how the president kind of read that. So pretty much every business is making their move is what I'm getting from this. It says, but while some may get spooked out by the sign of higher prices, management made it clear Thursday call that it's not want to increase prices solely due to more tariffs. They are willing to sacrifice the gross margin percent, maintain the brand's value proposition. Yeah, because, you know, is it just me, right? And I ain't judging nobody who rocked the Skechers, but because remember Kanye had walked his ass up to the Skechers building, they turned his ass around. But Snoop's over there, and I don't know, man. Skechers, I'm gonna say it nicely, they have a selective audience. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they have no choice but to kind of like, their selective audience probably ain't gonna react very well to a damn price increase on a damn Skechers. Because those shoes, I feel like that's their marketed where they're trying to sell you the quote unquote super comfortable, like best price shoe, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying that's what I think of Skechers, right? Mental Kick says, damn, I forgot they exist. Hey, chill. Yeah, I know you seen the damn Snoop Dogg ads and stuff where he don't have his foot on the desk and shit. He don't have Martha Stewart in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not judging, right? But yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever had a pair of Skechers in my life. Ever. And all I see is, you know, certain people with them, and I'll leave it right there. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I never had a pair of Skechers, dog, ever. Never had a pair of Skechers. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, you know. It says, one of the things they have to be very careful about is explaining any price action. Skechers, just to keep it 100, they can't play around with their prices at all because that's something that their customers are used to. It says the action of the customers and the and behind it. He said, and what we're generally seeing is when it's a contextualized in the customer's mind as why it makes sense. We find that much more receptive to the absorbing that cost. But the honest answer is the moment is price increases are still something we're deciding upon. So yeah, they're still undecided too because they don't know because we haven't really seen what really has hit yet. It says, if we're trying to approach it in an effective way, we'll quickly move to another. We're not afraid to change tactics if that's what the conditions dictate. So they're saying they're going to do whatever they got to do. Mentor Kick says, me either, Polo. Yeah, I ain't going to go through this whole joint either. I'm going to transition to Adidas on the joint. But I kind of just want to get a mindset of what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much what I got from this, they're saying they're going to do whatever they need to do to survive. And that's what it is, to keep their customers. Because my thing is this, and we'll transition off the Skechers real stuff because I wasn't going to cover on that too much anyway. That's their whole point. Their audience is for the affordable, you know, generations up, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I ain't seen some young bucks rock it or this, that, and the third. But, you know what I'm saying? And I've never tried on a pair of Skechers. But let's just keep it 100. As we transition to Adidas opening up a new flag store in Las Vegas, wouldn't have been ironically if Ye did go from Adidas to Skechers. You think, could Ye get Skechers popping? I think he could. Like prime Ye with his mind right. Now he out here having circle sit downs in the grass and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it right there. Um, let's go to this next article real quick, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases. I'm only gonna be on the joint for like another 10. Says Adidas opened new flagship store in Las Vegas Strip. Adidas noted that the new store is one of the biggest globally, coming in a 16,000 square foot across 2 levels. Manny says, I only see the people that live in nursing homes with those on. Hey, chill, bro. Chill. Nah, it like I'm gonna be honest. When I think of Skechers, I think of it as like that, like a walking shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like you finna do a lot of walking. I'll leave it right there. You got a lot of walking to do, and you like if you're gonna be out with the family going to the zoo and y'all gonna be there all damn day, that's that jank for the parents. You know what I'm saying? But you know, again, it's for whoever wanted it too, man. It says Adidas is making its presence known in Las Vegas, taking a prominent spot of the city's famous strip for its new flagship store. Opening on Friday at the new Boulevard retail development on Las Vegas Boulevard, the German sportswear brand is occupying a 16,000 square foot across 2 levels in the complex and offering a quartered mix of sport, style, and customization, right? Okay. Says Adidas noted that the new store is one of the biggest globally, represents a significant investment in their city's burgeoning opening sports scene and its reputation of a global shopping destination. It says on the ground floor, customers will find the brand's sports performance collections, while second floor will house premium lifestyle and original collections. What I would like to see them have is like them bring back like the jump shoes. But if you can see right here, if this is the store, it looks beautiful, man. These little seatings they have, I want to get one for my sneaker room, dog, and let that be like my like chair to sit down in or something like that to do unboxings. I'm gonna find something similar to that. I just don't know what to call it. Like I was typing in benches and shit, but I think I need to type in like some type of chair. I don't know what type of chairs. I just need to see what options are out there. But I don't want it to have like how this chair got a back and all that. Pause. I want it to be like a bench where I just can sit down and have my box there. Boom. I ain't got to do all the throwing up and all that stuff right there, like throwing it up in the air and all that and tricks and shit, trying to balance act. No Hype says, you grabbed them 11 Lowe's polos. I grabbed a pair. I decided to skip on them. They dope, but at the same time, I got the highs, and I'm more of a high guy, man. What I don't want, because I've done this before, I've copped 11s, and then I end up, 11 lows that is, and then I end up selling the joints. Manny says, I'd rather try the Staple Brook collab. I didn't have a Staple joint, but I had some Brooks back in the day, man. The comfortability and running thing for it overhyped for me personally. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't really feel the difference, the way it's supposed to have all this technology into it. And I'm not saying it don't, but for me, I didn't notice a difference. Let's see. Manny says, I grabbed a pair for the little one. Yeah, I saw you did post that in there. That's what's up, man. Daddy duties. That's a good job, man. Always. It says, according to the company, the new space also features a dedicated Las Vegas city shop with exclusive Las Vegas product drops. Says made for you personalization studio for customer experience tied to the local events. Says a 108 foot wrap around digital screen that will allow you to allow for the brand storytelling on the strip and a fluid moment based on store layout, featuring a catered lighting and suitable nods to Las Vegas throughout. So if it's going off this images what we got down here below, it does look kind of fancy. You know what I'm saying? To keep it 100. It says our newest flagship store is uniquely tailored to Las Vegas' role as a rising city in the sport and culture, and reflects our continued plan to double down on support and growth of our sport globally. John Miller, president of the Adidas North America, said in a statement, Las Vegas host is to a dynamic domestic and international audience, and the store is designed to offer a premium retail experience that reflects the city's energy, innovation, and creativity. There's that word, innovation. They love that. All companies do, it seems like. I can't read an article and then not have something about innovation. Where we at real quick? No Hype says, I'm the total opposite. I love ones I love 11 lows for summer. I know a lot of people do. Again, I'm just one of those, like, I get it. I get the reasoning. And I'm not surprised to see they sold out, too. You know what I'm saying? Congrats on your W, homie. It says the new opening comes nearly 6 months after Puma opened a new flagship store in the same Boulevard retail complex in Las Vegas. In November, the company opened the doors to a 25,000 square foot spanning tree doors. The location marked the second North American flagship store from Puma and coincided with Sin City's Formula One weekend celebrations. There you go right there. It says on Wednesday, Adidas reported double-digit growth across the market and channels in the most recent earnings report in the first quarter of the fiscal 2025 year. Adidas saw revenues growth nearly 700 million euros and 13% to the 6.15 billion euros in the period, up to 5.46 billion in the same time last year. So they're seeing growth, but they definitely had to get Ye ass up out of there if we got to keep it 100, dog. Ye, and I'm not gonna get started on him because I'll never get off the live. What's going on with Ye? He needs to talk. He needs to look at the man in the mirror. Point blank, period. And I'm gonna read this last little part of the article. Then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases and wrap this thing up here right at the hour mark, just how I want it to go. It says, I'm very proud of our team achieved in quarter one. And this is Bonjorn Gluten. That's the guy, chief executive officer of Adidas, said in a statement on Wednesday. Double-digit growth across all markets and channels in today's volatility environment shows that the strength of our brand and underlines the great job our people are doing. So he's letting you know, like, they doing the right thing. And I gotta be honest, they've been moving silently, but they've been moving correctly too. Cause think about it, Ye them, and I'm putting myself back on the main screen as you guys can see. Ye was a little bit too loud over there. It's like, to be honest, dog, I'm gonna say it time and time again. All he had to do was finish out his contract and not sign up no more. If you wanted out of it, you were two years away from it. Because if I'm not mistaken, it would have been up in 2026, right? If I'm not mistaken. You would have like 1 year left, dog. They would have offered you an extension. You don't have to take it. You know what I'm saying? And they go out looking like, then go do all the stuff you want to do. Now I don't know where his mindset is. And nobody does. You know what I mean? And again, some of the stuff he says, it makes sense. But then he goes so far left with it to the point where he gets so far gone that now I get lost, you know? And I like Ye, musically and talent-wise. Sometimes. Not the new shit, though, because I don't know what the fuck he's on. You know? He's just not, it's like he's lost his mind. You know what I mean? In my opinion. And I'm not judging or anything like that. I'm just saying that's what it seems like. But let's talk upcoming sneaker releases for the last, like, few minutes here, and then we'll wrap things up here for the night. Looks like Rivero Fam says still gonna need to eventually cop a pair of the Yeezy 750s. Yeah, that's one of those, like, before he lost it. Because the 750s, to the best of my knowledge, that was one of his first drops, those boot joints, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I want a pair of those as well. I would like to have the original gray and white joint. But keywords would like to, you know what I'm saying? So I feel it. And I agree with you, homie, most definitely. Like I said, when Ye on, he on. But when he off, he's off. You know what I mean? That's the nicest way I can put it. When he can get in the zone, man. And that's what I think that I'm missing. He needs to get back in the zone and get back in his bag and just create, man. You know, I would say it's the team around him, but hell, it's the team that he's allowing to be around him. You know, all the people that's probably trying to look out for him, he don't want them around him because they're not trying to be a yes man. You know, Long Beach says Fax Polo. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. This is my thing. This is my thing. I'ma always give Ye credit where credit is due, right? I never said Ye, like, you know what I mean? Like, his stuff, like, it's horrible, right? But like I said, when he on and in the zone, the boy got it. But when he gets in his, like, that other mode where he just goes on these rants and tangents and then start just the Gap stuff where he had that shit in garbage bags, you know what I'm saying? That's a bit much for me. You know, then he started to dropping clothes where it looks like bummy streetwear. Like, I get it. That was his thing, but no, I'm good, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Then the sizing and the fitting on the stuff wasn't right, too. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna end it off with this, right? You can tell when Ye, in my opinion, just really stopped caring about everything, you know? So obviously things at home probably wasn't going the way he wanted them to go, if I had to guess. That's my only thing with Ye. And I hope he do bounce back and get to the Ye that we all know and love originally, man. You know what I'm saying? The dude's still telling it. He still did what he did, you know, for the good. And get out of all these lawsuits and stuff, man. But let's talk upcoming sneaker releases, and we'll wrap things up here. Long Beach says, watching people buy that Gap stuff in the garbage bags was hilarious. Dog, that's how diehard his fans are. Like, I'm a Ye fan, but not on that level. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say, you can't sell me crap and call it diamonds. You know what I'm saying? If it looks like that and stinks like that, then that's how I look at it. Devon says, next week, Jumpman Jacks. This is true. I did see those. Didn't they had a drop on the, and I'm going to look them up real quick because I almost forgot about them joints. They did do the Travis Scott drop, right? Let me see. Jumper Man Jacks real quick. Put this in here. Yeah. I'm going to give my thoughts on them real quick. Am I going to do a video on them? Maybe. I haven't decided because I know I'm not, it ain't for me. Jumper Man Jacks. Let's see if I can get like the green joints, because that's what it was, right? It looked like the neon joint type of stuff. So let's see real quick. I think so. Not the actual green. Let me see if I think it's neon. This is that neon joint. Oh, Bright Cactus is what it's called. My bad. Bright Cactus. That is what it's called. Let me put that in there. Bright Cactus. Bright Cactus. My bad, everybody. Should have been more prepared, but yeah, I did see those. But this is the pair that Devon is talking about right here. I'm going to share my screen. Guy, give me like 2 seconds. Boom, right there. These are right here, and I do realize that the actual chat is on it, but you guys can see all the images of it, of course. Yeah, man. These Jumperman Jacks, not really for me, man. And I know you got a pair, Devon, and I'm not taking shots at the people who do got a pair. Maybe I should just give him a shot, but I don't know if I want to give this color that shot. Maybe a more typical Travis Scott color. Maybe I'll go back and grab the brown joints. You know what I mean? Long Beach says those shoes are buns. But yeah, this was that. Also, I think we have these coming next week too. I think it's the Cortez Nike Air Max NYC. That I know that we saw that was dropping too, but I think these are also going to be coming soon as well, though. Like again on the sneakers app. I know they are doing like a New York type of drop, and I did see what you posted in the Discord, Devon. Long Beach says this whole Travis Scott stuff is flaming out and it's trash. The wave isn't as strong, and we're gonna keep it real. Now everybody finna show up for them Jordan 1 lows, the fragment joints, the reverse joints. But I mean, to be honest, him trying to do his own thing, it ain't really that sticking to me. You know what I'm saying? Devon says we got close to the reimagined UMCs coming soon. Yep, let me put those up on there too real quick. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying that they don't like those, or they not really, feeling them. Me personally, I actually like them. And I think that they did it right. Is it a little too, what's the word? I guess you can say that reimagined, a little too reimagined. Maybe so. But at the same time, it's kind of one of those, it's kind of the whole theme of the shoe. And one thing I do like, right? And let me share my screen on this real quick. Boom. One thing I do like, because I have seen the early reviews, I'm not even going to hold you, is that if you got the Chicago joint box and then you get these, right? You could take the lids from the Chicago box and put it on this one, and then you could take the box from this one, that lid, and put it on that one, and they should match up like the perfect box. So I wonder if Jordan Brand actually had planned this all along, where it was themed to that they were going to do this. Because keep in mind, it's been, a few years since we had the actual, Jordan 1 reimagines, the Chicago joints, you know what I'm saying, which they went hard. We went crazy. And this image is right here, to be honest, whoever took this joint did a good job. Because it's not overly staged in yellow on this one. You know what I'm saying? So they did the lighting right, if you ask me. Devon says, it it is too pissy yellow, yes, but it still looks good. I think they did the same amount of, well, I've seen the comparisons. They didn't do the same amount of, I'm going to keep it real. I'll backtrack. But I'm going to say this about the pissy stain yellowish, right? This is my thing. I think it shows harder on this shoe because that UNC or baby blue colorway is so light. You know what I mean? It makes it stand out more. You know, it's not helping. And you know, blue is more of that a soft color compared to the red. The red joints, you know what I mean? What we would have noticed is what I'm trying to get at. Maybe. Let's see. No Hype says I grabbed a pair, and then let's see. Devon Photo says 2016. No Hype says Fax Polo. Devon says the last time it released was 2016. Yeah, I mean, again, it's about time we get these right here. I'm gonna be honest, I don't hate them. I don't hate them. The overly pissy stain, quote unquote, it don't really bother me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think this right here is like one of those, if we want to do like a little quick side by side, because we did get the reimagined joints. What year was that? Was that 2023 or 2022 where we got the lost and founds? Let's see. Rivero says, I'm just glad they kept the great vibes alone and didn't hit with the reimagined treatment. This is true. That shoe, to be honest, is too white for it. You know, it's got the grape on it, but it's more base of it. Magenta of it is white. It wouldn't have worked. I don't think it would have worked, in my opinion, right? So I feel you on that one too. But yeah, here's a little side by side, I guess, to compare the joints. So I don't hate them. And then this is right here, I guess, the whole like theme of it already. And I know it's kind of blurry, but these are supposed to be the reimagined. Now, what they did to those Royal reimagines, that suede-ish, that was, I don't know, that wasn't for me, you know? And I know people still at cop, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me at all. When they did that suede joint on there. Let's see, No Hype says, I can't wait for the Great Vibes. Yeah, that's going to be a dope shoe as well. I'm excited about them. We'll see how it goes. But you see where they're trying to get their inspiration off these from, man. So I like them. Right? No Hype says, give us the Great 4 too. That'd be interesting. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. I mean, I feel like they're going to give it. I feel like, honestly, let me put myself back on the main screen. I'm about to wrap things up here. I feel like for the most part, with the exception of some shoes, we'll eventually all get all the stuff that they'll real drop all the stuff that we didn't get a chance to get our hands on because we were younger, you know? Well, some of us anyway, you know what I mean? Or if you missed out on it for whatever reason. Rivera says, I can't wait for the day they retro the Toro 4s. Yes, sir. That would be dope. Let's see. Man with the Kick says, I need those UNC 1 Air Jordan 1 highs ASAP. No Riri. And you're talking Rihanna. Let's see. LeBron Photo says, I can't wait for the Awake Air Jordan 5 to come out. Cool. And No Hype says, Toro 4 Reimagine is a must. We'll see. We'll see how they do. You know what I'm saying? Again, keep in mind we got the new guy in office, Elliot Hill. So we'll see how he gets things on and popping. And I think Travis Wave, like we said earlier, it's pretty much, we've gotten used to it. I'm going to say it nicely. But let me wrap things up here for tonight. I've been on this joint for an hour and 8 minutes. Appreciate you guys tonight for being so active in the chat, hanging out with the kid for a little bit. About to get back to watching some of the games and just chillax. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys again on Monday. Keep in mind, it will be later than normal. Probably going to be 8 versus doing it at 7. And then, yeah, if I can go live 7, I will, but most likely it will be 8 for Music Monday. But other than that, y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional Tron hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday. But I'll see you guys again then, and definitely will be in the sold out Discord. And yeah, y'all smash that like button and sub up if you haven't done so on your way out. And yeah, I am officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, the word my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can